Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Scratch and Post, where we scratch that gaming itch. It is episode 90 of this, thanks to our lovely Divot, and it is Saturday, the 23rd of March 2024, and that can be one thing. It's time for Silly Voices Saturday! Yes. I've only just realised this, that the piece of music I used to open my stream, which, you know, is the kind of swing style music made by Stan Lepard, is called Blue Streak Boogie. Quite appropriate given the the characters involved with this series, and I've only just realised that tonight. 90 episodes later, I finally realised that is quite relevant. But of course, anyone who's new to the channel doesn't know what's going on. My name's Ebak. I, of course, run the channel here at Scratching Post, but I'm joined every Saturday by my lovable friends as they put our voice acting talents to... Yes. Yeah. What? Yes. What? Yeah. Can you? What? Can you not hear me?
I hear you.
I
Yeah.
hear you
I hear
now,
you.
yeah. I might have been cast into the void the mute void, because I just didn't hear anybody for a little while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was just like, hello. Is anyone? Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Welcome to that. Upgrade Stardust 2000. Hi, back. DZ Sparking is going to be fire. Cool. Glad to hear. So yeah, you know who's not here before. I put with my friends put our voice acting talents to various games, which right now we're doing the Apollo Justice series. So I'm going to introduce the cast. We have Divot, who's hopefully back from getting a drink.
I have returned.
Good.
And I'll have lines.
Yes. The game's finally not forgotten about you.
What sort of lines? We're about to find out.
We also have Drifting.
I think you forgot Burr.
Oh yes, I do. I was thinking that's me there for a second. Hello, Burr. Sorry about that.
No.
It's okay, I guess.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not okay.
It's not okay. We love our Burr. We would never forget him.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, I was about to. Yeah, because I was about to introduce myself there for a second, which is weird.
We have you back.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Why is he not clapping to it?
Because my voice mod is still being funny.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. And
Fine,
of course,
do it live.
we do it live. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And of course, I like to refer them as our American correspondent. We have the K.
Hi, I'm putting groceries away, so if you hear like rustling noises, that is why.
That's
I
such a
had to
busy.
go and grab the groceries delivery, and my cousin got a lot of stuff that I don't know will fit in our freezer. It's fine.
Oh, classic thing. I do that all the time. That is annoying as hell. So that they're already working hard. And
not for the stream, but
I affectionately refer to this next individual as our woman in Japan because they are a woman and they're in Japan. Laura Petal.
Slam dunking you your next session of Silly Voice Saturday like...
I thought you were going to say like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Good, like it.
It's still not over.
Thank you, Steel Samurai.
I heard those taiko drums and I thought, oh, are we getting the full theme? No, alas.
Thank you, stereotype.
I thought we were gonna get men down under, like.
Quickest one I can get for you, Laura.
And for our next...
record-
Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for the record though, my phone may go off with the Steel Samurai theme. I will then immediately need to mute because my mom is coming by to drop other things at my apartment. So that is my ringtone for everybody. So
Fair.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
it is the
Fair.
Steel Samurai ringtone from the games because I
Yes,
grabbed it
yes.
and I had to.
Of course.
And for our next one, we're to journey to the north here in the England as we get to Lemming Wright, our very own Mr. Wright himself.
I'm here. It's Saturday. We're going silly voices.
Oh man.
Oh, perfect.
Now, from someone very close to home, a good friend of mine, Mistropolis.
Thank you.
This week being our native Daffy Duck here.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a for
That's
such a
good.
short line. That is a wildly impressive Daffy Duck.
Thank you.
Like
That's really
immediately
good, actually.
recognizable. That's really that's like usually my impressions it takes like a couple more words than thank you. So that's impressive. You know, like that kind of
That's an impressive impression.
And finally, our special guest for today, Shadow Phoenix Rider.
yes.
I'm here too.
Oh, don't.
No.
And
And you
we
are-
love you having here.
And
You're a
you are
delight.
widely welcomed by all of us for being here, Shadow.
Yeah.
I
Right then, we have. Well, first of all, I got to get the game loaded up and get the stream going. So then let's do that. Yes. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes, R2. I was just getting to it.
We can't all be quick as a flash.
Looks
Oh,
at the corner, sees Ebak is playing Apollo Justice, and I'm like, you've only just loaded the game?
Yes. Because otherwise, then they hear the music. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
But that flash noise bringing me back to the old Newgrounds Sonic sort of thing. Where
Oh.
they were fucking fighting one another, kung fu
Yep.
fighting with blasts and stuff. Like Sonic
that
owes
was
a lot to
definitely,
Dragon Ball Z and vice versa.
Yep.
Well, probably
True,
not.
100%.
honestly. Very true.
I was also playing with a duck on a station last night. To anyone who gets that,
Ah,
So it does
yeah,
bring-
I understand. I get that reference.
ah.
That's why I'm so fucking tired this evening.
Did somebody also try a newt during that?
No.
I thought I heard a newt.
It was,
Anyway,
yes.
buy Duck Game before Warner Brothers yeets it off Steam because Warner Brothers is a piece of shit.
Actually, I was referring to a different duck station, but fair enough. It's definitely not
I mean, it
DuckTales.
Fucking Duck!
Just general
mean-
message. If you haven't bought Duck Game on Steam, buy it now before it's gone forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or any other Adult Swim games that you find
Yes.
interesting.
Any Adult Swim game you feel like you want to pick up now, do it now. Don't hesitate on it because Daisy Zaslav is a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Going back to my thing, Dirk Samadhi? You mean Duck Samadhi?
See, that's where he'd be if this was a Looney Tunes style world. You know, if like, you know, the Ace Attorney world was like an Ace Attorney style world, Alphabet Animals, he'd be a duck, and his name would be, Duck Samadhi. Yeah.
Oh, so like
Or
the
Despicable.
world that Spider Ham is from.
Yes,
yeah?
exactly.
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
Oh yes, that works.
What I wouldn't give to have access to Hammer Space.
Mm.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
So,
Bef-
do you think...
before?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go for it.
I just wanted to ask, do you think Peter Parker plays a series called Ape Attorney?
Ah,
Nah.
Yeah, headcanon accepted.
I would love to see what would happen in a Looney Tunes inspired Ace Attorney world. Like, would we
Let's-
see Bugs Bunny versus Daffy Duck?
I
Probably would've
want that.
We almost had that. We
Yep.
almost had
Probably
that
would've
with
happened.
Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
then
I mean, yeah,
something
that's-
go down
happened
that
to it.
line. And then
Warner Brothers.
somebody, no names mentioned, David Zaslav, is being a bitch about it.
First of all, also, Divot, you wanted to say something? Also, I'm not
I was
on
going
the
to say two
Yeah.
two very small things before we get going. Okay, you've changed one thing now before we get going. I was going to say
Ah.
the things aren't there, but you changed. It's been a while since I played this. What the fuck is going on?
Chaos.
Okay, so basically it turns out that Nayuta's mom
There were
is
two
alive.
queens, like there were two orcas.
There were two queens
We've-
the whole time, yeah. Is a big part of it.
So this one is
Yes.
Ola.
That's okay. Let's not get that direct, because also I don't think everybody remembers the whale case super in detail. But basically, so Amara survived the fire. She's been disguising herself as Nana this whole fucking time.
Fucking knew it.
Garan
Inga
is
can't see faces.
evil as shit. Yeah, Inga has a
I remember
pretty
that
significant
bit.
face
I remember
blindness.
that detail.
Um.
Oh,
but
and I
like-
ran away.
Oh yeah, Dirk just fucked off somewhere.
I just yeeted out of there.
Like I
Bye.
don't think he pulled a Miles Edgeworth, except it was not specifically Europe.
Is this
Sam-
the cross-examination or witness testimony?
Testimony.
Testimony, as always.
Witness testimony.
Yeah.
Also, she's currently
Witness
trying to
testimony.
She's currently trying to hypnotize you.
No,
That's-
it's more the hands of a clock.
Let's get on
I
with
was thinking she's like half a second away from punching my stomach out through my rear, but there you go.
She's doing the wax on, wax off. Come on.
We take her very seriously, clearly.
We do. Here we go. Okay,
we
so
go.
we're going to do drifting as Amara, if I recall correctly.
That would be me.
Yes.
Now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory. Great start. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder.
Be kind to yourself. You say it to us, we'll say it to you.
Good. I need that help.
I will throw you out the window if you do not be nice to drifting.
Defenestration is not exactly what I had on mind for the punishment.
But it works.
Yeah, and that also applies to you drifting. If you're not nice to drifting, you're gonna be defenestrated.
Yeah,
That's what I
very
was
good.
saying. That's what I was saying. If drifting is not nice to drifting, defenestration.
Wow, using my acrophobia against me. How dare you?
It's not hard.
Curses, my one weakness.
Well, I have multiple, but that's another story entirely.
I mean, it's not hard to use your acrophobia against you, judging by what you've told me about it.
No,
And I
really,
would
no.
never do that because I love you so much, drifting.
I'm still
We were having
amazed
a
that there's a
heartfelt
word for
moment.
throwing people out of a window. Like
Yeah, fair enough.
specifically.
Get on,
Here we go.
we get on with it, people. Come on.
Yes.
Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I stopped channeling. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from the sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Satmani for his crimes.
Ouch.
Oh, such marvelous testimony. You're truly a treasure, your mercifulness.
Flattery will get you absolutely nowhere with me. This too is but by the grace of her holiness. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well.
Oh my! The Holy Mother, you say?
Yes, surely her holiness has guided me to this witness stand. I am a Disney princess. And to the purity of truth.
Were they just chilling out inside the courtroom? What?
Yeah.
Basically, what she's doing is she's doing a Disney princess moment.
Hmm.
Is what's happening.
Yeah.
They're going to attack you as soon as I start screaming.
That tiger is not anatomically correct.
That tiger has
That is
teeth,
not a
and
correct.
shit.
Yeah, that is not what
That
a
tiger is
looks
having
like.
war flashbacks.
I want to boop the snoot.
True.
I just had like 5 new voices and I have to voice up here.
Ah, yes, all the little animals.
Well, you can't you
Weird
can't
roar.
you can't complain not having rolls.
Careful,
I never complain.
the finger of the monkey paw curl.
Ah, yes, the monkey's paw.
Shut up. I'm
You
taking
killed him.
You just killed him. You just killed a man.
Them.
Excellent. My body count goes up by 1.
Jesus.
Oh, how
That's what
magnificent!
kids meant when they mean body count, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moides.
I want to
Probably.
believe that's the case. Leave me
Absolutely.
in my delusion.
It would make me a drift. I think it would make me feel better about my body count being 0.
Hmm.
Something I don't know. I'm trying to make that joke didn't land. I'll keep working.
No,
on
it-
it.
It's
it-
fine.
Hey.
It's fine, Kane. My body count
Okay.
is also 0.
Hey,
Yes.
the Zero Club. Let's join.
Yeah.
I try to pride myself on making very good virgin jokes because Scott the Waz cannot carry that crown alone. but sometimes they do not land.
Well, I have
Wow.
been known
But
to
that
use
one
Virgin
landed.
Atlantic at a discount.
Wow. Take that, Richard Branson.
It was actually a very good flight.
I don't know enough about that, but I'll take it. Join the trying to make good version jokes to let Scott the Woz not have to carry the crown alone. Anyway,
2 hours later.
sorry.
So
Sorry.
as I was saying, we're waiting for the show-stopping song, Your Holiness.
Praise be for Queen Amara, blessings upon Her Majesty.
Oh, this is where I need to bring in the mood. Where did those animals even come from?
The void.
Now then, the defense may question the animals. But remember, the witness is a Grand Priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no pointing fingers, no pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony.
So in other words, don't talk to her.
Yeah, you're not allowed to fucking.
Well, I'm about to commit a crime.
Before I say mine, I'll say I don't know if you had a voice for her on there, eBack, but it didn't apply.
Yeah, that's fine. I've already solved that.
Oh, no worries.
Basically.
Cross-examination!
Yes, missed.
I was just saying, basically, don't be despicable. But it didn't quite land. It's
Well, no,
fine.
you got cut.
Continue.
You got cut off. It's fine. That's why I want to give you an opportunity to do it again. But that's past. Now the joke is
Moment's passed, let's go.
the joke is now dead. The moment's dead. Let's move on. Okay, so
The tiger is kind of freaking me out, not gonna
a
lie.
tiger is kind of very uncomfortable. Let's get it out of the way. Not gonna no. Let's just press. Hold it.
Breath.
My theory is utterly absurd and barbarous.
And high-handed, if I may say so. Theodore was right to call you putrid-minded. Surely even the monkeys of Mount Pony's holy waterfalls could devise a better theory.
I thought that was just. I thought that said just monk for a second. I was like, it's weird that there's just monks, but no, it's monkeys. It's the full monkeys.
Oh, that's where Pokemon stole that location from then.
Surely you can steal better insults than Nayuta's best.
Wow.
Now then, to all of you gathered in the sacred hall, need I remind you?
Corrupt judge? No, upgraded Stardust. Completely irrelevant judge.
Honestly, kind of simping for her, let's be real.
What was that, Shannon?
Actually, no, it's a Throcracy. My bad.
Yeah. I mean,
As
fair,
I said to him before, he only sits there and looks goofy.
to be
No
fair,
one said it could be both. It's a theocracy and I'm simping.
to be fair, I do adore the judge as a character in the entire series. Great character.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
And Sean Kuraini's underrated too.
Yeah.
Specific.
All right, hold it.
Breath.
Well, maybe you are hiding inside the sarcophagus. Maybe. After all, it does technically belong to you. I bet you'd have no trouble opening it.
If I had been in there, I could not be here today. I would be dead. For the tomb has been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would have never been able to leave.
I guess not.
I'm wondering, has anyone ever looked inside that sarcophagus ever?
I bet no one has.
It'll have been forbidden.
I mean, to be
feel
fair,
like there's a secret tunnel.
to be fair, if someone looked in there and found out the jig is up, you suddenly,
Yeah.
you might.
It's like, oh, there's no body here. Oh
Also,
no.
I think there was something about people thinking that they would be cursed.
Mm,
Yes, that's
Yes,
another part. It's
Yeah.
the thing about this case that I think it does really well. I think in a way that I don't think a lot of other, like I think Monstrous Turnabout is similar with like the use of superstition to build
yes.
alibis and stuff. I think that's really well done in this case, and that
True.
I don't think a lot of this case is well done, but
Also-
I do think this is.
I just had a thought. Remember how it was said that that is kept temperature controlled, so no one could be in there because it'd be too cold. If there's no body in there, there's no need for temperature controlment. So it's entirely feasible that someone doesn't need protection to be in there. Thinking about it. Anyway, if I might ask, what's in that sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so
There's despair, sadness, hatred, and malice.
Those are not physical objects.
And they lead to the dark side.
Yes.
And they don't fit all together in as one sarcophagus.
Only one brave enough to see the truth hidden deep within. Could discover the final hope by continued corporeal
So there's
reality.
nothing in there.
Ah.
So there's nothing in there, bitch.
Listen, I have to be fancy about it. It's the family tradition.
you completely lost me.
Good.
In other words, it's empty.
Thank you, Phoenix Wright.
I love how he's looking at the fourth wall.
But yes,
Well, he's looking at Apollo.
I'm looking at you.
Oh God.
Now, if this was an
Coming
edit,
for you.
now if this was an edited version of this, you'd have like a zoom in onto the face with a little of a shake camera and a bit of red before going back to normal.
Stares at
Picture
the
that in your
camera.
mind, everybody.
I am.
I've seen things.
But no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse.
Now, will you dispense with your theory? It's as empty as my sarcophagus.
Damn. Hold it! I'll admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder.
Very good. But that very truth refutes your theory. Even if I had channeled Minister Inga's... Wow, what a line. Great read. And ended the tomb.
Zip.
The moment I ceased channeling him, I would have re-emerged at the crime scene.
Precisely. As you said yourself, Defense. Queen Amara was not there after the murder. The only living souls in the tomb at that time were Dirk Sadmari and Maya Fey.
Be it in this life or the next. There is no escaping such simple truths.
Hold it! There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today.
A reason? Perhaps.
Perhaps what?
Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life.
What's this?
That's guidance everywhere.
Objection! No. It's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago.
It was only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me, you must believe me. It was my duty as a wife to her husband. To bend an ear to him, was it not?
Yeah, but then you are allowed to make your own decisions, Mom.
Communication after that disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage.
Sure, I guess.
Look, I played Mass Effect. Faking your death is not a secret to a good relationship.
It is the secret to getting out of one.
Not in a non-toxic way.
No, but it is effective.
All right, Witcher. God.
What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Don't ask me.
It's giving him war flashbacks to Edgeworth. Oh god.
I'm mind melding with the tiger.
Oh no.
This tiger is enamored, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a tiger. I refuse to believe it.
It's a
They are
Maybe
phoenix
maybe
in the
it's
hall.
a maybe so. Considering that they have, you know, fictional, the fictional war Ba'ad, and also there's a fucking, I'm pretty sure it's either a chipmunk or a squirrel, but it looks like both at once,
think
and
it's a
that's not
chipmunk.
how that works.
Chipmunk.
Chipmunks have short tails, though. Like, their tails are
Yeah.
not that big.
But
I'm
also they're very
thinking-
chunky,
Yeah,
like
they're
this
quite
one.
thin.
I'm thinking the tiger has to be the Kurainese tiger, not the traditional.
Yeah, the docile
kind.
vegetarian tiger.
Yeah, because I was
Okay.
going to say, I think that tiger needs to be enamored with her, or
Also-
else we would have another murder scene.
Look at the ears of the tiger. They look more like a sheep's ears than a tiger's.
Yeah, there's no ear
Yeah.
spots.
See, I just thought there was the emphasis of there's just two people in this costume.
Quit moving around, Dave.
It's a pantomime tiger. No, it isn't.
Stop wagging the tail.
Well, let's get
Come on,
the.
Jared, stop being such a tiger's ass.
Well, let's get. If this is
We'll both get sacked.
a panto, let's get this farce over and done with then.
Oh,
I also do have to say the birds are cute.
Yes.
yes. Drifting,
Sure.
drifting message to me. Just burbs.
They're cute! That is why
Sure.
I listen to Dirk.
Drifting pointing out the important parts.
Yeah, exactly. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claim. It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did try to murder me.
There's quite enough. It's abundantly clear that Queen Amidala's testimony is flawless.
Of course it is. Do you understand now, lawyer?
Oh, this is bad. The judge isn't going to let me cross-examine her much longer.
Amara should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it.
How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that?
Teleportation.
She's in the books.
It shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't be possible for normal people to. For normal people. Maybe.
Maybe what?
Time to explain. Your Majesty! I think I can explain why Queen Amara wasn't there in the tomb after the murder.
I tried to make it into
time
half.
Same brain cell, Shadow.
Very well, defense. Do explain.
I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. And by using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear.
Well, we're waiting. Let's hear it.
Well, we're waiting.
She clung to the ceiling.
She's clearly a spider.
Spider Queen. Spider Queen.
Spider Queen.
So between like the four of us.
Brain cell.
It's fun. It's funny because there's one more spider queen in the room.
Spider Queen, that's not my sister, that's me.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry, your awfulness.
The fact that just 4 people started singing the same thing.
The community brain cell.
We have all mind melded with a tiger.
See, the first option is screaming out at me, but anyone can hide in the sarcophagus.
Anyone can hide, but nobody apart from
her can
Certain
channel.
people in the
Channel,
kingdom
I
think we
can
know the
channel.
right.
She channeled.
And
yeah,
it's
that's
stuck, they clung to the ceiling.
Although I would love.
Sure, absolutely, yes.
Let's go get- We're doing it live.
Thank you.
Balls
We
to the
We did confidence save.
Queen
You don't
Amara
get any bonus.
must have clung to the ceiling. Yes, she was hanging off of it. One of Datz's dried geckos. That works,
I
doesn't
bet
it?
she's delicious too.
Oh god.
Was it something I said?
No.
Oh no. No, no.
Nice try, Apollo. But you might want to try a different joke with this crowd.
Ooh, get into material.
I wasn't trying to be funny, Mr. Wright.
How
Maybe
dare you
try next
compare
time.
Perseverance to a mere gecko.
Sorry. There they are.
No, Dan. Geckos are cute, and I will ask the defense again. How did Queen Amara disappear from its tomb?
She channeled someone. All she had to do was channel someone.
She channeled a gecko. That's how she works.
It is both, Your Honor.
The implication that the gecko has a true name.
Yeah, it's Mr. Gecko Geckoson.
He has the spruce little tuxedo.
Clearly, you're wrong, Shadow. Clearly, it's Gex.
But that's not his true name, though.
Eh,
Shannon was going to
That's
kill
his,
me by the
that's
end of
his
this. I know
operative
it.
name. His real name is Gecko McGeckoson.
It is?
Gecko-
Is that
Gecko
lore?
It is now.
It is now, yeah. It's canon now.
We've agreed it to be canon.
It's canon.
no, no,
because
Something
it's funny.
Geico.
Something Gecko McGuycoson.
That's his cousin.
Oh, it's his cousin who sells car insurance. Okay.
I wouldn't
Oh,
be
just-
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if scientific name for a gecko wasn't gecko gecko.
It reminds me of that. I'm gonna quickly go on a tangent here. It reminds me of that one John Oliver episode I saw once where they talked about how there's this company that do advertisements in Mexico, and apparently in Mexico, like the Silver Crystal thing, has they actually involve like product placement in the actual episodes.
No, I remember. That's the multi-level marketing.
Yes, multi-level marketing episode. And he did a bit where he's like, Mr. Geico Lizard, I say you say I can save 10% on my car insurance but how can I do that when you're sleeping with my wife? You know, he was, because he was saying, I want to see what the adverts are like. Yeah, anyway, back to it.
Really quick, I will say that Gecko is a it's an infra order. It's an infra order, so there's not actually necessarily, but basically it's not Gecko Alas.
No.
Is my point. But the Gold Dust Day gecko is called Phelsuma lacauda, which is, I think, a very fun name. And these are ones that are native to, I think, around Madagascar area. That's cool.
And they're adorable.
Yes, they
Then-
are really cute.
Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else.
Why? I believe that actually makes sense for a change.
Broken clock. What do you have to say to that, Queen Amara?
You believe that I, a Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder?
Yes, it's in your wheelhouse.
Ah, you broke the tiger!
What the fuck?
Yeah, mercy your mercifulness!
Oh shit, Dave, we gotta go!
Don't kill me like the tiger!
Sorry, Lemming.
I heard it.
dare you speak such vile blasphemy, defense? You will retract your last statement or face immediate execution.
No, good majesty, it's quite all right. Crying is... Ugh, I hate the word of our religion. Also teaches that we must respond at all times with reason and principle.
Mood.
Yeah.
Therefore, I shall offer a measured response to his blasphemous accusation.
Sure, lightning is measured.
Yeah,
Do you have something to counter with?
lightning bolt. Indeed. Now, are you
Oh, no.
listening? It would not have been possible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. After all, we would require a deceased person to channel. However, there was only one murder victim in the tomb. He's blinking. And that was Minister Inga. The only others there right after his murder were Dirk and Miss Faye.
Sure you didn't take a quick trip down to the morgue, your holiness?
No.
Sure smelled like you did.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ah,
Had I channeled Inga as you allege, well, the outcome would have been quite odd, to say the least. For there, beside the dead minister, a living, breathing one would have appeared.
You have channeled, hear me out, someone else.
Even if I had been in the tomb, there was no one to channel except the deceased minister. So you see, I could not have vanished by means of spirit channeling. Also, you're wrong. You could have channeled the founder, but that brings another power problem. And if you walk outside like that, everyone.
I just connected some dots and I don't like it.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, you think she took a trip
Oh.
in a youngster's body? Yeah, I'm thinking.
No, worse, no. I'm not gonna say
It's
it,
got-
but
It has some implications. I think
Yeah.
I'm connecting those dots as well.
That's true, but I can't rule it out yet.
Now watch, it takes the rest of the characters 100 minutes to figure out what we've got.
Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet.
How absurd.
If you channel someone other than Minister Inga, you could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb.
another victim?
Queen Amara, please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything.
Testify.
Wasn't there some sign of another victim there in the tomb? And yet, why do I sense I'm not going to like what I'm about to find out?
Oh, the blood.
The blood.
The extra blood.
The
You like-
blood.
New line drifting?
Oh, hang on. I thought I was online. I already did. Minister Inga was the sole victim. There was no other spirit to channel until he was dead.
Time to present it. That there.
Objection!
Don't know if you remember whose blood it was.
I can't believe I'm
Dirk.
presenting this.
It's Dirk's, it says in the thing.
But it proves that there was another victim. Still, the only ones there at the scene of the crime were... No, it can't be.
Would the defense care to share something with the rest of the class?
Queen Amara, you knew, didn't you?
Whatever are you talking about?
If you won't tell this court, then I will.
Well, don't keep us waiting. I'm not doing the same joke twice.
This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder was actually already dead.
But a second victim, Apollo.
Did I fucking stutter?
Queen Amara, after you channeled Minister Inga and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered.
Oh, you putrid pepper. Of all the half-witted buffoonery to come tumbling off from your lips. But suppose I indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice, who was the other victim?
My dad.
You're dead.
Yep.
There's no way this could be true. But no, I can't stop now. If this is the truth, it's the only way forward to solving this case. The other victim who Queen Amara channeled was Dirk Sadmadi.
Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long left to live. There is no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me.
Doug knew everything, but he couldn't bring himself to tell me.
I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
He couldn't accuse the love of his life. The sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was...
Take that! You can't.
That's not possible.
The defendant, Dirk Sadmadi, is the one Queen Amara channeled. He's the other victim.
This is insanity.
Apollo, what are you... Do you realize what you're proposing?
Objection! I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice.
I don't know when or why Dirk was murdered, but the facts and evidence speak for themselves. And this is where they've led me.
I see. After Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amara... But it can't be! Can it?
Dirk's bloodstain at the scene of the crime was the clincher for me. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is Dirk had also been murdered.
Objection. That's enough. Your explanation cannot be the truth. And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion.
If you're so worried, Naruto, you have like a pet forensic detective on staff. I'm right here.
Now, Yuta, I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong. But as much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can prove it. Dirk's killer must have hidden his body. It would have been somewhere nobody would ever look. And there is only one such place.
You truly have proof?
The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb.
Go check the tomb? But why?
Because I believe Dirk's killer hid his body here.
They actually buried him for a split second.
You would suggest?
Queen Amara's sarcophagus. The only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Plus, a killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body, well, that's a horse of a different color. Which means...
I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once. Your Eminence, being that Queen Amara yet lives, I trust we may now open it.
If we must.
The Magistrate? I believe Detective Sky is still there at the tomb.
You just left me there.
Let us contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter.
Alright.
She's okay. She's doing her forensic research and the AC is on.
I understood that reference.
There are some benefits of being a pet forensic detective.
Oh dear.
Now then, Detective Sky, your report if you please.
Well, I'll start with my findings. Which, of course I would start with my findings. What the fuck? What dialogue is this?
Please,
Welcome to my
please.
agony.
Please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were.
I regret to inform you that facts do not care about your feelings. A search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old.
A body? Detective Sky, tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base.
I'm sorry, Apollo. I can't do that. I have a photo of the body. And if I have positively identified it as that is not several days old. Dirk Samadi.
Also, why does he have clothes? When did Amara get his spare clothes? What the?
If I'm allowed a moment.
Dirk! No!
Let the dead speak.
No! Why? Why did this have to happen? Damn it, Dirk! Answer me!
How can this be?
Can
May the dead finally speak now?
yeah.
Go on.
Missed you before.
I have been holding on to that secret for the entire fucking thing. And I am so happy that it's come out.
Who is
Good
this?
job,
Do we
Al.
know who it is?
I hate being right.
It's Goran.
I mean, if it... Yeah, probably.
It is. I've got the transcript up.
Okay. The traitorous snake. The very head of the insurgency. Murdered. Ho ho ho. What a joyous day. Those fools shouting for change and revolution will finally return to whatever rocks they crawled out from under.
Oh, you're for a rude awakening, Mom. Have you ever heard of martyrs, Mom? They do wondrous things for revolutions, you know.
What was I even fighting for?
Apollo.
What am I supposed to do now? I...
Son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth.
But Dirk, what if the truth is that you're...
Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you. I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that, because I believe in you. You're my son after all.
You leave know all that much, Dirk? Dirk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield. Not now, not ever. Not after Dirk believed in me, despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Dirk left me with two things I must do.
Are you all right, Apollo?
Sorry about that, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine now.
Apollo?
Detective Sky,
Yes.
how sure are you that the body's been in there for a few days?
I'm positive. No autopsy's been performed yet, but I'd say it's been at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon. I believe they are the cause of death.
That's corpse photo added to the court record.
At least 3 days, huh?
That means Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States.
Then who was channeling him?
I think it would have to be someone who could get into and stay in the US without arousing suspicion, yet also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. Any guesses, anyone?
Lena, I'm guessing. She wasn't seen for a long time.
Nope.
It's not Maya, is it? Who was
I think it's my. I think so.
Take that!
Maya? Oh, I see.
She does have a
I didn't say
passport.
it. She's being held hostage at the time. So it seemed only natural that she wasn't around.
Right. And do you remember what she said earlier? So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding?
Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
You made a promise to Dirk?
Mm-hmm. A pretty big one. One.
Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if they found out. And that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Miss Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he?
I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yeah, I promise not to tell. Dirk made me promise before he died.
So I was right then.
Apollo? There's something I need to tell you. It's about, Dirk's final moments.
I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments?
It was soon after I was kidnapped. Dirk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I'd say it was a few days before Minister Inga's murder.
Hey, young lady. Time to get you up and out of here.
Ugh. It's the revolutionary guy.
I'm here to rescue you.
You are? Why?
I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. That's when I found you'd been abducted.
But why would a rebel help me?
Let's go before it's too late.
It already is for you, pal. See? Long time no see you, rebel blowhard, see?
Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm gonna find out what.
That's gonna smart. You'll become a real thorn in my side, see? So it's time for you to be pushing up daisies.
Did you really think a pea shooter like that could kill a dragon?
What the? Ah. Oh, what? Some kind of freak? Master this!
Dirk was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. These ropes! I've got to help you!
Relax. It's gonna be okay. Sorry things turned out this way. But it doesn't look like I have much longer.
No! Don't say that!
You're a spirit medium, aren't you?
Almost took your line there.
When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit.
Stop it! Don't give up like that!
If you do, untying a rope like that'll be child's play.
No! Please, hang in there! You can still make it!
Promise me one thing, young lady. It's about my son.
Dirk was talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit.
He really said that?
Mm-hmm. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years, but kept putting it off. And that this was his last chance.
Just show up here without warning after all this what gives?
I came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice!
Right. Why did you tell me the real reason you're here? Dirk. You really did come to the US because you wanted to see me.
I guess this means it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb.
Apollo, you can't stop now. Even with Dirk gone, he would want you to keep pressing on.
I know, Miss Faye. I won't disappoint him.
Defense, if you're ready to proceed, I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case?
Oh, yes, and I believe I can explain everything now.
Very well. Your explanation, please.
Dirk entered the tomb at 3 p.m., the time the hostage exchange was to take place. Or rather, Dirk, as channeled by Maya Fey, did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Minister Inga was already dead. I say that because we know the minister was murdered at 2 p.m. But there was someone else in there. This person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting Channel Dirk in place of Miss Fey.
Mara, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirit. The minister, thinking he was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when Dirk entered at 3 p.m., she snuck up from behind and forcibly drove Dirk's spirit out of Miss Fey's body.
Drove his spirit out of her body. Impossible.
Objection! Oh, it's you.
Objection! Actually, there is a way to do that. With the Magatama of parting, that is.
Oh, so you don't just shine the flashlight in their eyes and then activate I see.
Using one in conjunction with a flashlight, anyone could drive the spirit out of a person's body, even if it refused to leave.
I cast Spell of Yeeting. Get out!
I used the broom of parting.
Now that, yeah.
Out.
Turn undead.
Wait. It would be empty this bitch. Yeet! Instead of this bitch empty, because you have to empty
Wake,
That's
Maya.
That's
wake,
bitch. Bitch, comma, be empty.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking,
Begone, rot!
Yes, because
So yeah, now that we're kind of
Very awful lighting in the
thought.
mood. I needed that.
now that we're
No.
past the very kind of dramatic bit, we can joke a bit more. Yes,
No respect for the dead fictional rebel.
that was a. Speaking of, that was a long period where we were all just silent throughout the entire
We were
thing.
just
It
we were
was-
just acting.
It was a
Like
tense
this
moment.
Also, that was a punch to the gut. I did not
We were all
expect
being
this lousy piece of shit game to
Yeah!
to compromise me emotionally like that.
Literally, and it's definitely due to the performances of our lovely cast, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Specifically,
You
I need-
included.
Yeah, round of
Okay,
applause.
that's not what I'm trying to
my
do,
God.
but okay, if you insist.
Sometimes we believe we can be fucking actors.
Of course.
And
I
sometimes we are.
didn't pick up that I was doing that big of a performance because I felt I was kind of lackluster, but I appreciate that y'all think I did great.
I'll
'Cause
come over there and fight you.
Okay, I probably just need to listen back because I was I was going on
definitely-
instinct.
Yeah, I definitely see Maya would brave face it a lot through those tears. There might be one or two
Yeah.
wobbles, but she would definitely try and brave
Yeah.
face it as much as possible. So that
Yeah,
would
and I
work.
was giving it some of the warbles. Yeah.
Honestly, I love how like you were monotone to begin with, like you were almost like you were kind of holding it in, and
Yeah,
then you
Yeah.
kind of broke towards the end, and
Yeah.
that's why I was like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
that was really well done.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was really well done.
I
The
need to
best-
highlight. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say the best performance and my hat off to Ebek and Mist for
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Like Ebak. Yet again, your performance as Apollo is making me feel things about this piece of shit game. Like the same way that it happened with like when Apollo was almost drowning. Like it's just you're able to channel that fear, that grief really well, Ebak. So hats off to that. And then Mist, on the like, you think a pea shooter like that could kill a dragon. I put that in the bench of like that had me like chills. Oh my god. Also
he says that
highlighting
about
Burr.
weapon firing 38 special. Come on.
Well, he's trying to be badass. Leave him alone.
He was badass.
Yeah. Also,
Burr?
but I want to say about Burr really quick. Your brief little bit as Inga was also just really good. Just like
Yeah.
like I feel like you added almost an extra spice of gangster because the game did. Like the game suddenly had him ending his sentences in C way more, and you were like, aha, time to make him extra gangsterish.
Yes. Amazing.
Suddenly the game did make him a
Yeah,
gangster.
because he wasn't that
I mean-
before. Is it because it's Maya's recollection? Who knows? I mean, that would also explain why he says nuts to this as he leaves, which also I am impressed that you sold it, because that would not have been able to have been sold as still being part of that dramatic moment by anybody. So,
Yeah, that's one of those things like Heavens to Betsy that are really hard to sell.
yeah, exactly. But you did
Have
it,
to
and I'm
say-
very proud.
Thank you.
Mist, you wanted to say something? I think Shadow
I
was
was
with
gonna
it.
say-
Oh yes.
High fives all around, guys. You did a freaking amazing job.
This is for everybody in the room.
Yes.
I also want to give props to Shadow for delivering the facts as they stand with Emma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic job.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, because that was also really great. Like trying to be professional and trying to be kind and empathetic towards Apollo.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
When I say high fives all around, that includes Shadow. Like
Includes everyone.
everyone did a fantastic job there. That was quite intense.
They includes
seeing
they
everyone do
includes
fantastically.
the entire cast.
Yeah.
100%.
And yeah, people will say, "Oh, you're patting yourself on the back." It's like, come on, we do this for our own enjoyment.
We're
So
having fun here.
yeah,
If somebody gives a shit for this, they can watch another show.
We deserve to pat one another on the back.
Yeah.
I will also give credit to Divot and Laura as well. Divot channeled
Yes.
amazing amounts of Nayuta there, and Laura, you did a fantastic job of a very evil queen laugh.
Yes.
Yes.
That gave me chills.
You can absolutely tell the regret in Nayuta not to have settled things with his dad.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we're about to get some more of that, which is gonna be ugh.
Because like when he was alive, I was able to hate him. What do I do now?
Yeah. Like this
as we like to joke about both Apollo and Anita, this baby can fit so much trauma.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. And then you post a picture of them as like the little baby versions. Because they have those. We have that. But I also want to highlight Divot, because like even though Nayuta got very much the short end of the not getting to fucking talk stick, if you will, Divot's performances are always fantastic, and that is why I'm extremely looking forward to who he has claimed dibs on emphatically for Great Ace Attorney.
Right. Shall we move on?
We shall.
Yay.
Grip and rip it, baby.
I'm still upset that the tiger had no lines.
Yeah, no, that would have been
Fleming,
fun.
that's my bit, motherfucker.
Whoa!
You
Whoa!
can't steal all my bits, okay?
Hostility in the chat.
They're fighting in the voice chat.
Now, gentlemen.
He's not fighting.
Now, gentlemen, handbags.
What?
Not just
No,
No,
it'll be
to
500
spoil,
kilogram
but-
bombs.
Watch our show. We have the griefs. We have the beefs. We have everything.
We also have
Jesus Christ.
It goes very well with the beef.
Oh god.
But I don't, David. I don't know if you mind saying who you have dibs on. But I wanted to make the joke.
That'll be a surprise. That'll be a
Okay.
surprise, I say.
Okay, but the
yeah,
beefing
we're
with
ways
Lemming is
off from
extremely, extremely funny with that.
yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry.
you telling me that the extra pale brown Magatama in the tomb was that it was
That's right, Prosecutor Sanmadi. And you've seen one in action before. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back to the Twilight Realm. And how it turned to a spent, pale brown afterwards.
I've deposited a few spent pale browns.
In other words, the brown Magatama found in the tomb looks that way because its power had been used up pushing Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right?
Oh.
Case had
Mom
to
K
be
is BRB.
calling.
They are calling their mum.
Who wishes to take Maya temporarily?
Out of everybody who is mic'd on right now, okay. I probably passed out as soon as Dirk's spirit left my body. I was exhausted after channeling him for so long, after all.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
You're
I'm
okay.
j- Yes. Let's take a quick break, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take a break.
Oh,
We'll,
break time. Okay.
we'll be right back. We'll be right back,
Okie
everyone.
dokie. Be right back.
BRB.
Anyway, be right back.
Just bring a voice.
And we are back, everyone. Back for part 2 of Silly Voices' early break today, as at a very dramatic moment we had to kind of decompress and turn it back. So I want to give the shout out to everyone who's ready to go. Burr.
David.
Drifting.
Laura.
Okay, we'll return eventually. Lemming!
Mystery.
Shadow!
Feedback.
Thank you all. Hello, everyone. We're back for part 2. Whatever.
No.
Athena's the French one. I'm not. Dos.
Dos.
I am not French. I refuse to be.
She's not French, but she speaks French. You know, she clearly
Well,
does.
I don't, so I ignore that part about her.
I mean, you could also say Zwei, if you were German.
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah, that's
no,
good.
he's in the basement, so we can't do that.
My German is kind of rusty, so.
Or you can do it in Japanese and just go, part 2.
Anyway, after that, Queen Amara must have dressed up Miss Faye in her usual outfit and then tied her up. I'm not sure where she got the outfit, but we can assume she had it all planned out. I'm glad they got into that detail. Then Queen Amara must have changed into Dirk's clothes, smeared blood onto them. Picked up the knife, then channeled Dirk's spirit. Why not just take Dirk's... No, never mind. That's how she made it
I
look.
can see it now.
That's how she made it look like Dirk had committed the crime.
Hello.
Hi, sorry.
No,
Ow.
Good.
The K returns.
You
Yeah.
better miss the beat. You better miss the
Okay.
beat.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
not missed much. And that's how she escaped, right under our noses.
I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched.
A bit is very understated in that entire sentence.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Thank you for saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind while all this was unfolding?
I would say a bullet, but they went into his chest.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
Are we really going to start making those jokes? Damn it.
No, I am.
Dark.
Phoenix would. He's poor
Hmm.
taste king.
So ultimately, it was all for naught.
Nayuta,
Those dreams of revolution Dirk was always spouting. They place nothing but false hope in the minds of the people. And in the end, they were simply fantasies.
wow, that got interrupted quickly. Nayuta, how can you?
Karma has spoken. The dream of revolution has withered on the vine. Its fate is sealed.
I would have thought my theory would have given a better applause than that, but fair enough.
The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams.
No, Dirkstream can't die like this. I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. I can't and I won't. Nayuta, don't forget that Dirk's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder.
Now, the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused.
Well, that's that's good.
So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun.
No, Dirk has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence.
What do you mean?
Dirk is indeed dead. However, what if it was Dirk who killed Mr. Ingo while being channeled by Miss Fey? And while the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you have yet to substantiatively prove it. That's the hard word.
Agreed.
Isba?
Just want to say he can in this game you can posthumously murder people.
That is true. Some of this case, a lot of this case, let's be real, has a lot of similarities to Reunion and Turnabout. One of the two good cases from Justice for All. It's not the circus case, and it's not the large bananas case, so that's how you know. But they like including the like pretending to be each other stuff, whatever, all this stuff. But that's the case where Maya was channeling somebody, and then allegedly that ghost shot a guy. It turns out to have been a living human. All this other stuff, but like, it is a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing that could happen. Has not yet.
Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Inga's death was at 2 p.m.?
Well, no, I don't, but...
It seems further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case.
Prosecutor Sadmadi, the rebellion must be snuffed out, once and for all.
If I would admit it. Sorry. Again, I had to insert my Star Wars jokes in that.
You must prove Dirk Sadmadi to be the foul murderer that he was. And every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act.
As your wish, Your Eminence.
Laura, can I get a execute order 66 from you, please?
As Garan?
As Garan.
Execute,
Yes.
yeah. Execute order 66.
I'm done now.
Good night, everyone.
Why is Nayuta doing this? Garan shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore. Amara's not a hostage, so what gives? Nayuta, what's left to chain you to her like this?
Take a wild guess, Apollo.
Very well done. Queen Amara, please proceed with your additional testimony.
I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Witness testimony.
You have no proof.
Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Faye. Now, let us end this charade. For the eternal glory of Kurain and its people.
Little birdies take wing. Looking down the
Traumatized Tiger is back.
and a chirp in my ear.
Do you understand now, you putrid prepper?
Traumatized Tiger sounds like some kind of like lame superhero name. I am Traumatized Tiger.
Or a band name,
Or a
honestly.
band name.
I think Captain Marvel, before he was renamed to Shazam, had a talking tiger.
That makes sense. That specific the Marvel family had so many fucking pets and like spin-off characters.
There is no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain.
They even had a horse.
Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today.
Your theories about a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze.
I didn't realize the Star Wars community was in this game.
Also, I thought the expression was a pillar of sand, but whatever.
I think it should be a pillar of sand, but I think they maybe did pillar of salt because that's biblical. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't like salt.
But no more. This ends here
Coarse
and
and
now.
rough.
It gets everywhere.
The defense may proceed with its cross-examination.
I've taught you well, but
Cross-examination.
you have no proof.
You have no power here.
Let's examine about us having no evidence. Hold it! I admit I don't have any solid evidence yet, but you're the only one who could have committed the crime.
What on earth do you mean?
Including Miss Faye, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Kurain. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garan was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Faye was tied up in the tomb. That means that the Dirk we saw after the minister's murder could only have been channeled by you, Queen Amara.
Insolent lawyer.
Forgive us, your mercifulness.
I'll spare you this time.
Really, Your Majesty?
But have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Kurain?
Objection! Objection! Oh, come on! What are the chances?
You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer, which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium defense?
Of course I can't.
Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are 2 ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb.
Which one can I actually prove? We can prove she was.
know.
I think we can prove she was there. Let me just double check something. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred.
It seems you are ever bent on painting me as the killer.
Well, if the shoe... I literally was about to say if the shoe fits.
When the game predicts what you're about to say.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Very well. Let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. You do have some, do you not? There is nothing to prove I was even at the scene of the crime.
I beg to differ.
Oh.
I beg to differ.
Objection!
That one.
Thank you, motorcyclist.
They're on their way.
Oh no.
Queen Amara, does this pendant look familiar to you?
Why, that is...
We found it in the tomb, and it has the minister's blood on it, which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
And I fail to see how this is relevant to your argument. Did that not belong to the accused?
That's what I thought too. After all, Dirk had said it did himself.
He said that?
Yes, but it was a lie, because I believe he was covering for someone.
Covering? How? For who?
There's a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's.
Take that!
It's a photo of the accused's body, is it not?
Yes, it is. And I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot on it. This right here proves the pendant that was found in the tomb wasn't Dirk's.
The other half of the pendant.
Yeah.
Yep.
You will notice an object near Dirk's left arm, shaped suspiciously like a butterfly.
Zoom and enhance.
It's an identical pendant, except it's blue.
And
Because something about gender, normal conformity, something like that,
yeah.
and stereotyping and such.
Well, it also fits their color palette better.
Actually, I was just thinking that, yeah, you're quite right, even though that's still weird. It's still, yeah, he's wearing blue, which also is actually, I think, a reference to Wright himself as a lawyer, but nah.
Nah.
Sorry.
Oh, no, don't you mention it.
Hello, Ashley Goldie.
Hi, Ashley.
Hello.
Don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own two of them, but in different colors? Guess what I think? The pendant were meant to go together as a pair, yeah.
A pair? I hate pairs.
Don't really eat pears.
If the blue pendant was Dirk's, then what about this pink one with Mr. Inger's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to? I personally prefer the pink one, personally.
Objection!
Again, lamest round of applause ever.
Sorry to disappoint with my lame round of applause, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant.
There's one on the inside.
Therefore, we have no way. What?
He didn't check.
Therefore, we have no way of knowing to whom it belongs.
Objection!
Objection! But that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadbuddy. I'm guessing you didn't know that this pendant is actually a locket.
Come again.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. We open this locket up. We found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of the lid, to be exact. Oh, yes, so we did.
What? No.
So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong?
Sweats nervously.
Twiddles thumbs.
Queen Amara! It belongs to you, doesn't it? Seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around.
This cannot be. Mother, tell me it does not belong to you.
Nayuda,
Think about it, Queen Amara. Doug must have realized that you were channeling his spirit, and he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him.
Why would he do such a thing?
So that we took the evidence.
You really don't know? He was protecting you. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath and beyond.
I have one more big secret.
God damn it, game, don't do this to me.
I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used. But he kept quiet, all for your sake.
Why do you always...
Well, Queen Amara? Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you going to betray him now?
Dirk,
Why did she suddenly turn into Seamus Aran?
This cannot be. I refuse to accept it.
Queen Amara, are you ready to confess your crime?
I can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sikadar Kareem, who slew Minister Ingval.
That's preposterous! What? Why?
This is inconceivable.
Mother, why would you?
Forgive me, Nayuda. I never wished to cause you such sorrow.
It's interesting to me that the original supposed victim is the actual perpetrator. Like, if you think about it, all this caused by the supposed murder of Amara.
What a twist!
Yeah, she ends up being the fucking person who did it.
An M. Night Shyamalan style of tabling the turns.
It's a real turnabout.
Can't believe this.
Why don't I have the Badum t-shirt on this?
I should have gone. And then Kay was like,
"Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this."
Yeah, exactly. That's me.
But I had no choice. It was the only way.
the only way.
So in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk somebody. I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive.
I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that.
They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak.
Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you.
I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband. Yet I could not bear any hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk. I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years.
Mother.
So she really believes it? That Dirk tried to assassinate her? Interesting.
Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare Dirk's innocent? I would ask that you do this for my beloved who now dwells in the Twilight Realm.
Very well then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you have no further objections.
This cannot be. My mother.
I have no objections.
Tak, I did it! I finally did it! I proved your innocence! What?
Very well then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for us to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sadmati.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Oh, actually, it's not me. Go on, Laura.
Hold. Hold.
Your benevolence.
I cannot accept this!
Is something the matter, your benevolence?
Queen Amara is lying! It makes no sense! Queen Amara would not have killed my father!
What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nana?
Rafa.
Speak the truth, Queen Amara! Did you really kill my father?
Yes. There's no mistake.
She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings.
Butthead! Hornhead! Are you going to let this stand?
Dirk's been proven innocent, and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right.
Apollo? If you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place of finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you.
There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue the trial?
And now you have a choice.
But thou must.
Thou must. But thou must. Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial.
On heads!
Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about this case is yet to come to light?
Mara's married life.
Mara's married life.
Oh,
Out of
Jesus.
it.
The motive.
Mm.
Queen Amara, there's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga?
He's an asshole.
That checks out. And
That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Karko Kurin. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity.
further tragedy?
Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat.
You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya Fey's abduction?
Yes, Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power. After which he would assassinate Karan and usurp the throne.
His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events.
Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light, due to the rite of channeling. And Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister.
Oh.
Well, that was not supposed to happen. Fuck.
My bracelet!
My lawyer says
Apollo!
Also, this doesn't make much sense to me. If she... Why then frame Dirk? Or attempt to frame Dirk? Or at least put Dirk in the firing line of that? It just makes no sense. Yep. It seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. Thankfully, I know that we're in the last, 2 hours. But you want to keep playing on this game of hide and seek? Then let's start with that last statement you made.
Also, this is why people say, if you think that Ace Attorney is done and you can continue for a little bit on, no, go the fuck to sleep. the game will not let you go.
It will never end.
If I must.
A never-ending case.
Never-ending.
Perceive.
I was going to go never-ending story, but fair enough.
Never-ending trial.
I could already see her finger twitching.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
But at which point?
I'm not doing the slow-mo read.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Just imagine it in your mind.
Oh, it's during the right. It was twitching during the rite of
start,
channeling.
yeah. It was the finger on her left hand.
Yes.
Yep. Listen again.
Her left
There.
nape.
There.
Gotcha!
Gotcha! It was the time. Queen Amara, you're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because the finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did.
Oh.
You'd be terrible at a game called poker.
Well, that's not fair. We have a lie detector on you, is it?
And that pose you make, Is there something about your chest that makes you nervous?
Whatever do you mean?
The murder occurred at 2 p.m. And I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So then why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talked about the right?
The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it?
Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Exclamation mark.
Objection! Such insolence!
Amara
I would
was
have the
doing the right.
perpetrator's name at once.
Amara was doing the right, and Garan killed Inga.
Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so...
Oh my perfect fuck!
We ignore the fact that Phoenix said the name out loud, but okay.
Do you
He was quietly
take
behind the
me?
stand.
As I said, do you take me for a fool?
How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later? Because right now, there's something much more pressing at hand.
In the gallery somewhere, Albie has just fainted.
Yep, Albie's dead.
And there's even an animation of him fainting.
I
It's fine
believe.
if Fina can take care of him.
I believe this photo merits further examination. I just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness.
We might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help.
Zoom in and Hans.
Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. No worries.
Here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness.
How?
Put
Well,
that
I
in,
would have
just
had
put
to
it
do
into
something with the contrast as well, but yeah.
brightness and contrast in Photoshop. Easy.
We have Photoshop?
Apparently.
But it was a physical photo.
Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Don't worry
fine.
about it.
We all know Emma can do pretty much anything.
Anything the plot needs her to do.
God, can you imagine how much stuff Emma has to carry on a plane? Jeez.
And we all know that when she was a detective, she bought her own forensic kits. So, she must have
Well,
like
you don't know. She has a full-fledged lab. She has a computer. She has a scanner. She's got the works.
that lady carries around everything necessary to do any kind of detective work. Oh, forensic work, I should say. What's that right there?
An injury? No, wait. I think it's a burn scar.
Channeling photo updated in the court record. Wait a second. Your Eminence. Oh, that is a shot game.
Thank you.
You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest, apparently. I am looking respectfully, ma'am.
Look down there for one more second and I shall have your head immediately.
You know what? That's fair.
I made my choice.
Hey, my breasts are down there. Where are you looking?
What's going on here?
Apollo,
Anyway,
get a clue.
Anyway, my spider hair is much more of a prominent feature of mine, surely.
It was pretty obvious who was going to be gay.
No. It's not me.
Take that!
Queen Amara, the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan. It's you posing as her, isn't it?
My God.
The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Their face markings are, almost identical. Even the shapes and position of your facial tattoos, as I was saying, are exactly the same.
It's almost like they used the model twice.
and you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan, which explains why. Because remember when we met Queen Garan for the first time, and she was like all super nice?
Fair point.
Oh, do you think that was Amara at the time?
Yeah. Now that
Yeah. When we're in the audience chamber with them, like first time, like Phoenix Edgeworth and all them together. Probably that was maybe. But no, that makes sense.
Queen Amara, you have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves.
Well, that's just unfair to ask of a lady.
That is actually quite.
I was going to say, Apollo!
Quite rude.
Seriously?
I know she's preparing the ultimate.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's witch time.
I'm firing my laser.
Look!
Laser
well,
backfire.
you didn't.
We didn't need the zoom in game, thank you.
God damn it, game.
What's worse is can you imagine this on a 3DS with the 3D slider on? Jesus Christ.
Hey, please!
Boing.
Wow.
My eyes!
It's the exact same. God.
I had this on 3DS and I
Me
played
too.
it on 3D. I didn't turn on the 3D for 3D bit a lot,
3D
but I'm
goes
like
in, not
90% sure. Yeah,
What was that,
it
Shadow?
goes in, not out.
The 3D
was
goes
great.
in, not out.
That's a good
Because
point.
in order for 3D to come out, you need glasses.
True, but what I mean is that the zoom in would have. But yeah, I see what you're saying. God, I have to admit, that's still amazing to me this day. The fact that little screen could just do 3D. Never used to use it a lot because damn did that thing chug when you had it on. Anyone here? Shadow, you must have had Pokemon X. I don't know if you had Pokemon X, but did you have Pokemon X? Or why?
I had one.
That thing when you turned that 3D mode on in that game, whoa, Nelly, that
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It chugged anyway.
That's also a fair point.
It chugged anyway.
It,
Yep.
yeah.
When,
Shadow?
when the camera started to rotate, it would chug.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Now that you say that, yep, you are quite right. You are quite right.
Can
I
we
had
please get
Y.
off this zoom in?
Okay, sure. It's the exact same burst as the one in the photo. Move back, camera. Move back.
I don't
Cameraman,
understand. I mean, was I doing all the zooming with my googly eyes?
No. I knew it.
Also, that was not to cut the conversation short, but the zoom in got uncomfortable.
No, I have to admit, yeah.
Yeah, there are other places on Twitch for that.
Phoenix.
So the person in this photo really is.
Yes, it's Queen Amara.
This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switch places?
Amara's confession earlier was also false.
Mother, what is the meaning of this?
Don't you see? This changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m. The exact time the murder took place. The same time, in fact.
But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't possibly have committed the crime.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. Someone to Inga's killer could have been Queen Amara.
I'm afraid I no longer follow defense.
You know what, George? That's fair.
Wasn't it Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime?
Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means... while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. his real killer is someone else.
Oh, no.
What's going on here?
Hey,
Was
what's
that
that mess?
Huh?
If Guinamaro's not the real killer, then who is it?
Isn't it obvious?
I am very stupid.
Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan wasn't going to perform it?
Bet you almost killed me with that.
Who was behind the two sisters switching places? And for what reason?
Laura, are you okay?
I don't know.
The quiet death of
alright,
Laura
Laura.
Petal, everyone.
Well, I knew we were
That
doing
sounds like a great title for a mystery book.
The quiet death of Laura Petal.
I mean, I was about to, I knew we were going to have the death of a character, but not the death of a voice actor today. God.
It's a cover with Laura splayed dramatically in like a spotlight, and then there's like there's like Burr in the foreground, like a magnifying glass. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, but the immediate way I picture like the Family Guy death pose meme. God damn it.
Yes. I mean, that's how Sonic was laying, and of course our own Laura voiced Sonic. So.
Actually, in memory of the late great Akira Toriyama, I was thinking about the Yamcha death pose.
Yeah, worse too.
Oh,
I would take both.
There's like it's a reversible cover. It's
There's one version for America and one for Europe.
I can literally see Laura laying on the floor in a Yamcha pose, like, and it's all like.
It's how I sleep most times.
in a crater.
The fact that they did that to the guy even during a softball match was a bit much.
Oh man.
I know. You may
Oh,
carry on.
good. I'm glad you're not dead. The answer to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterates a certain someone else's alibi. Gee.
Go on then.
I wonder
I
who.
know you're very desperate for it. Lay it on me.
Take that.
Hey, that's... Isn't this some kind of joke?
No, Your Majesty. I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was her evidence, Garan Sigata Karin.
Somehow that gave me power.
Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Garan ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Miss Faye's body? And then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer?
Well, when you put it like that.
And at 2 p.m. while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan? Didn't she kill Minister Ingo while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness. It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now.
Mother.
Just as Minister Ingo's true killer is.
Oh shit.
Oh!
I've been assassinated.
Huh?
Mother!
Did it! Did it! Your evidence! My life is yours!
He would have Garan's raw guts. Lucky, you moron.
Queen Amara! Bailiff, arrest the guardsman!
Mother!
Lucky was the true villain all along. Garen.
It was Lackey all along.
This is for all the shin kicks, you
Just leave me to bleed out on the floor. It's fine.
Garen couldn't have. Could she?
Shot for my beliefs.
Someone call for an ambulance quickly now. Both
My
of
shins
them.
are finally saved!
I will come for your
Ambu.
shins out
Wow.
in the afterlife.
Oh wow.
Ambu, Lance, get in here now.
Shins.
To me.
To me, my ambulance.
This has been such a I remember being I was very sleepy when I did this case originally, and I was like one of those moments where I was so enraptured I stayed up late. Clearly doing that has led me to the case of I can't remember anything in this case because a lot of this have been like, wow, I completely forgot about that. Wow, I completely forgot about that. Wow, I completely forgot about that.
Right. Right.
Oh no.
Oh, had to give a lovely send off to Lucky.
Yeah, he's certainly dead now.
You planned this, didn't you, you little bastard?
Baby.
May 19th, High Court of Crane, accused loggy. Well, lucky the ambulance made it in time. We've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out.
Well, look at that. Those two men came here just in time.
I can't believe I just woke up to a fucking gunshot. What happened?
Close your eyes and sleep in a courtroom.
The dead queen just got shot.
What?
Yeah, that actually happened. Do you think Garen put the guard up to it?
If she did, she's gonna regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch.
Poor Queen Amara.
Your benevolence? Any news on her condition?
She is undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak.
I just hope it's not Ambu and Lance. To me, to you.
Oh no.
They are giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though.
That's actually quite high for those kind of gunshots.
Really?
Abdominal, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty high.
Is it not? Forgive my ignorance on this. Is it more common? Is it more like? Is it like a lower chance of survival? Then I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was lower abdomen.
Shadow.
Yeah, it would be even lower if it would been in her chest cavity, but basically, there's quite a lot of vascular structures in the intestines, and basically, if the bullet rips open the bowel, it's not just bleeding all over the place. It's
poison.
pouring out stomach contents, and those are full of bacteria.
Yeah.
So then you get peritonitis afterwards, and you lose a heck of a lot of blood. And of course, first you have to find the bullet.
Yeah.
As well, because that can also block things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just hope Lucky was a fucking idiot and he missed anything important.
Let's hope he has stormtrooper aim.
I mean, he hit.
And in terms of is that why stomach is considered to be the most kind of like vulnerable kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the bleeding. It's the bleeding, and then it's the poisoning afterwards.
Yep.
Because the aorta tends to run quite deep inside the body, but there's one place where I'm not sure if it's the aorta itself actually. It might be one of its branch connections. I think it's the mesenteric branches that come quite superficial or quite close to the skin over the stomach. That's what gets you.
Yeah, the issue is a chest wound. If it's if it's an accurate chest wound, it just kills you. If you hit in the stomach or the gut, that's just a slow, painful one.
And this is why I asked these two when I shot a character in effect, like, is this girl still alive, or did I just kill someone?
Our,
answer was probably.
our medical expert, everyone.
Yes. Thank you,
And a
Shadow.
gun expert.
Thank you,
Yes.
Shadow.
Please
Lemming
actually
is
seek
our
a
gun
commission
expert
if you
as well.
need.
What
Please
was?
seek a commission if you actually need.
Yeah,
diagnosis.
yeah.
I know the theory, not the practical.
Yeah, but that's why I come to you for cross-reference.
You're the closest thing we have, and also it's one thing. It's compared to us, who will literally know nothing. You know much more. So it's while you're not like a doctor so, you have much more information than we do regarding these things. That's why it's a bit like how Lemming, if we need a gun identified, we come to you.
Yep.
We will have our
Even
own
though you're
niches.
not- Even though you're not a gunsmith.
And a gunsmith, yeah.
No, I'm a spirited amateur.
Mm-hmm.
You are both very smart.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Right. That Garan, justice will be served.
Why? Why did this happen? Just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara.
What was that about being reunited?
Oh my god, Apollo.
Oh, it's nothing.
Right.
How are you, Hornhead? Let me turn the tables.
How are you doing?
Dirk said Muddy was your father in all but blood, after all.
I'm glad she brings that up, actually.
Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So that's what I'm going to stay focused on.
Hornhead. You are sturdier than your stature lets on.
Hey, I make the short jokes around here. Just don't overdo it, okay, Apollo? I found that out the hard way.
Well, if anyone can understand what Apollo's going through, it's Athena.
Yeah.
Especially given her abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Almost empathish.
Doug. That was a real shocker, all right.
I'm gonna strangle you.
Can't believe it, a dragon is dead.
That's
Say, AJ, I was wondering, when Doug disappeared after I freed him, that's because Amara turned back into herself, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Am I catching up with the case?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know if it was because Dark Spirits willed it, or if it was a part of Garan or Amara's plan.
Hey, Dad, can you fill me in later? I have no idea what's going on.
Man, a dream of revolution. Now what are we gonna do? Is this it?
Don't give up yet, you moron. There's a very good chance that Garan is the real culprit in all this. If we can prove her guilt in court...
Hey, you're right. That could be just the push we need. The dream lives on.
Yes, it does.
You know what that means, AJ? The fate of the revolution is squarely on your shoulders. No pressure.
All in a day's work. Who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. But this is what Dirk gave his life for. So I have to do this for him.
The Honorable Rebel Dirk Sadmati. I would have loved to have spoken with him while he yet lived.
Really?
Why not? I mean, he seems like quite an interesting man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bump her head or something earlier?
Sus.
This... Thought you were the other one. Resume. The prince is visited the courtroom at once.
Already? After after what just happened? I'm being relegated back to the bench in the gallery. God damn it!
The first thing Garan will do is respond to the last accusation. So you better stay on your toes, Apollo.
I will, Mr. Wright. Ready or not, Garan? Here comes justice.
I want to go home.
Don't worry, I'll book us a good flight later.
Thank you.
May 19, High Court of Kurain.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
I still can't believe this multi-month case is happening over like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Now then, let us resume today's proceedings.
Huh?
What is that filter?
That was the wrong filter.
That was robot filter.
That was
That was quite the filter. What?
I think I was saying the droid from Star Wars RPG show.
Cool. My interior monologue is off.
It happens.
Probably shouldn't have watched that sci-fi film last night.
I must offer my apologies. I never imagined a royal guardsman would do such a thing.
I'm sorry.
And so what?
He wasn't acting under your orders, perhaps?
How dare you cast such suspicions upon Her Eminence?
Because she's a bitch.
It is
Yes, but
quite
still-
all right, Your Majesty. Suspicion is only natural under such circumstances.
Your Honor, I only have one defense. She's an asshole!
Nice.
And I will be a pain in yours soon enough. But rest
Ouch.
assured that he has acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plans.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second.
Now then, Your Majesty. Regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility.
A new possibility, you say?
Yes, I do. Indeed. For during the break, the real killer confessed to me.
Sure.
It was that God, wasn't it?
Bailiff! Call the witness to the stand.
The real killer confessed? What's she got up her sleeve this time?
I have a sinking feeling.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Apparently,
And
I'm not the only one.
You get 2 XP, Polo.
Hello there.
Prosecutor Samadi.
You are a bold one.
No, that's the judge.
What the fuck is going on?
He's the bald one.
He's the one who confessed.
Prosecutor Samadi, you're the real killer.
I questioned him during the recess, as I felt that Amara had been covering for someone.
Questioning, quote unquote.
So it was that he finally confessed his crimes to me.
Nayuta, you didn't really do it, did you? Well,
Her Eminence speaks the truth. It was I who killed Justice Minister Inga.
Nayuta!
Yes?
No, I
I'm right
am
here, you don't have to
Spartacus.
Now I'm really confused. What kind of dirt does she have on him? What kind of hold does she have? Dirk is dead. Amara is almost dead. What else can she have on him?
I want to say so bad, but I won't.
Peace.
That you're Spartacus as well?
Maybe.
I'm gonna lie. When you said that, Drifting, I thought you said sober for a second. I thought we're back to that case again.
I want to say sober. I'm perfectly certain about this. A confession of this nature is grave indeed.
Yes, I'm certain. For I killed him by my own hand.
At last, the real killer has been revealed.
Yeah, the fifth one.
A quick question, do we still have all the same evidence as before?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including the photo of Amara, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
In both facets, yes.
Who did we say again this baby was?
Either or.
Hmm.
We say it could be. I think it could be either.
Raifa or Nayuta.
It could be either of them. Yeah.
Keep that in mind for no reason in particular.
How are we supposed to respond to this?
You to retract your confession now.
Mr. Justice,
Oh, don't give me that.
this is not a time for your cross-examination.
Who cares about that? But it was Queen Garan who put you up to this. She forced you to give the confession, didn't she?
You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint.
But...
Or do you have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder?
That is...
Well, first of all, since when can you spirit channel?
What do you think you're doing, you moron?
Truly, the truth can set us free.
Oh, ironic coming from you.
Don't you think?
Looks like Garan got to him somehow.
Like rain on your wedding day.
I'm not married. I definitely didn't see this coming.
A free ride in the cab when you've already paid.
Do you have any more of those beers under in that thing? I think I could use some.
Are you telling me that you could do it, eh?
Speaking of which, I'm going to grab a drink.
Excuse me while I just...
Devastated.
Oh, come on!
Nayuta, why are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your life to do Garan's bidding?
Whatever the case may be. Prosecutor Sadmati, your testimony, please.
Witness testimony.
Nayuta's confession.
I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Thrain. Okay.
I'm doing it in character. Come on.
I know. I know.
That makes it fun.
That threw me off. I was like, fuck you. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. I will bitch slap you, brother. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake.
I'm going to grab the popcorn. This is getting interesting. Maybe I'll finally stay awake this time around.
You do understand what you're doing right now, Yuta? You're sending yourself to death if you're found guilty.
If that is the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else.
Hello, Jackie. The Lord, Ayuta, or the Queen?
Objection!
I am the law.
This blather has nothing to do with the witness's testimony.
Please address any issues you may have during the cross-examination. Defense.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'm going to blow his problematic testimony to smithereens. I'll show him.
Cross-examination.
Here comes the verbal shotgun.
I'm better than you.
Fuck you, Nayuta.
This is going to get into a cat fight. I'm invested.
Move on.
I'm going back to the Twilight World for this shit.
Dirk's adopted children are fighting.
Hold it.
Satara, I heard that.
So you killed Minister Inga and Queen Amara staged the crime. Is that how it went?
Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself.
It's another lie. I need to poke a hole in his testimony, but how? No, it could be you.
Didn't know Naina's real
Didn't know
identity.
Naina's real identity.
Yeah.
He thought Amara was away in some distant location as well.
Yeah.
I vividly remember that.
You didn't realize that Naina was actually Queen Amara, your own mother?
That is not as strange as you might think. Much time has passed since we last met, after all.
Right.
23 years.
23 years ago, was it? When Dirk saved her after the supposed assassination attempt?
No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dirk abducted my mother.
Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that?
I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time.
No, please add that last statement to your testimony.
Hey, quick question because I'm bad at math. How old is Nayuta actually? Does the in-game thing say?
Isn't it 24 like Apollo?
Yeah, they're about the same age.
I can't see profiles on it, sadly.
Kai!
Yes?
Yeah, there's no court record.
Do we have a rough
If
age
you click
for...
present, you can see it, but
No, it doesn't give you the option for profiles. Yeah.
You have to be in dialogue. I'm pulling up Nayuta's again because I got you. I got
just press
you.
A again, you back?
25
Ish.
Okay.
is how old Nayuta is. 25. I just checked.
Thank you, Kay.
No worries.
Okay, never mind.
Happy to help.
Carry on. I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dirk adopted her.
Is this where you start questioning the baby photo?
Mm-hmm.
Objection!
You're saying that Dirk made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago. But that's strange because I heard something very different from Dirk. He said they ran off together 23 years ago.
That isn't possible.
Okay,
I know
now
for
we
a fact
have.
it was 15 years ago.
I think that's a confirmation that the baby on the photo is Rafa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that.
Mm-mm. Well, I have evidence that contradicts your statement.
No.
How'd you explain this photo? Yeah.
What do you mean,
All I can say is, Dirk said it was taken 23 years ago.
No, I didn't.
He said that?
He did. But if we take what you said, as you just said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make any sense.
This isn't making any sense to me already. So I suppose I should ask.
I must put my gavel down and say, the fuck?
What does not make any sense in the photo if the photo is only 15 years old?
Sure.
The baby.
Well, it's very big on you. It's the fucking baby.
Who is Babby?
Mayuta, this discrepancy may not be directly related to the case, but I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dirk said the baby in this photo was you. That doesn't make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old. After all, you said you were about 10, right? He's definitely sweating bullets over there, son.
I sweat beads, not bullets.
So this baby isn't Nayuta.
Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run?
What? What
if that child were being held hostage? Wait, is that why you obey Queen Garan's every command?
You presume too much.
And that's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well, to protect this other child.
A child born 15 years ago.
Gee, I wonder who that could be.
There would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old by now.
Exactly, prime shin kicking territory. This is just a guess, but I believe I know someone who fits the bill.
No.
So, this also explains the strange behavior. This is the child who was born to Dirk and Queen Amara 15 years ago. All those strange statements you kept making, now they all make sense.
Prosecutor Sokmati, may I ask you something?
Of course, Your Benevolence.
I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me?
From where did you hear such a thing?
From Mother. And until yesterday.
Raver was carrying on about telling the truth to the people. So I told her. I told her what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child.
I see.
Oh, it's still memory.
I cannot accept this!
Is something the matter, Your Benevolence?
Queen Amara is lying! It makes no sense! Queen Amara would not have killed my father!
Jesus Christ, it's still there.
Why did this happen? Just as we were finally reunited. Queen Amara.
Now I see, Nayuta, why you do what you're told. The other child born to Dirk and Queen Amara was...
Hold it! Mr. Justice. I believe I know what you're about to say. But I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as the child of terrible sinners.
I thought you might try to stop me. After all, simply revealing this information endangers who you've been trying to protect. I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is the chink in your armor. The reason why you fear for your sibling's reputation.
It's the case, right?
Yeah, the assassination.
Because there was an interesting file that Dax pointed out, wasn't there?
Hmm.
Can I see that thing? Okay, never mind.
And that is?
A file full of information that Dirk collected on what happened 23 years ago. Of particular note right now is what's written here. The sins of the father are visited upon his children. This deeply held idea is why you're expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either, if she were revealed to be Dirk's daughter.
Uh-huh.
You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Garan, but at some point you came to serve the very regime you despised. And that was because the Queen found this chink in your armor. That's how she came to use your sister against you.
I...
Hold it! Nayuta! Have you been keeping this secret all this time? Have you been trying to protect me?
You are an innocent party in all this. I live only to safeguard the law and serve the country and queen from which it flows. One such as you, who is destined to ascend to the throne, need not fret over one such as I.
No. I cannot accept that. What you say, it's malarkey. Don't you even care what happens to you?
Before country, queen, law, and everyone's future. My personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resign myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change.
Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Khura'in until the day Rafa succeeds me. For that is what's best for our kingdom.
I know, Your Eminence.
Yours is no small sacrifice. But I promise you this. In exchange for your life, the child shall remain safe, and the kingdom shall prosper.
That is all I can ask for my meager existence.
Nayuta, is this really the new you? Resigning yourself to the will of another and killing any hope you held for the future? No. The Nayuta I knew would never let himself be turned into this.
Now, Your Majesty, if you would hand down your verdict.
Objection!
Objection! You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Nayuta, but know that deep down there's still hope in your heart.
Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me.
It's the kind of hope that preserves through the most desperate of times. And it's what binds you, me, and Dirk together as a family. I know because this has demonstrated to me that you haven't lost all hope yet.
Wrong attorney badge.
Take that!
You interrogated Dirk. You confiscate all of his possessions as a potential evidence. All except this.
Did he take your attorney's badge too? I'm sorry, I don't come with an echo.
It's fine.
As
No,
everyone knows, he
I-
does not make an echo.
I also do not have an echo. I apologize.
Athena quacks don't echo.
I thought it strange, but just when he looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. What?
So tell me, Nayuta, why didn't you take his badge? You couldn't bear to take it from him, could you? I know why. It's because this badge means something special to us. Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge when you're not a lawyer anymore, right?
This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath.
A dragon never yields, right?
Yeah, exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Kura-In's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny.
You may say you've given up, but that's not how it really is it? You never gave up, and you never will, because you still believe that all the wrongs will be righted someday, don't you?
You are very perceptive, Mr. Justice.
Hmm?
It may very well be as you say. Why did I not confiscate this badge? Even I did not know. Until now. Perhaps I was waiting for him to save me.
Save you?
Yes, save me. Like he did on that day.
Nayuta! Apollo! Hold on, I'm coming! What father wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Nayuta, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call me when you need me. Understand?
Someday, he would come and free our family from the chains of the past. Perhaps, deep down, that is what I believe. I believed in Dirk, our father.
Nayuta, I knew you...
However, it was but a dream. And now that dream has died. Murdered along with Dirk. So now, as the eldest, the responsibility falls squarely onto me. No matter the cost, I must protect her. Please, try to understand, Apollo. Understand why I shall bear all this sin. It is the only way.
But...
Such insolence! Such insolence! Ha! You have wasted more than enough of my time, lawyer.
And we've had more than enough time as well this evening, as we're going to actually call it for tonight. What a point for us to end it as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
What? My brain is saying boo, continue, but my eyes are saying no, sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sadly, we have to end it. But I think we are getting pretty close to the end of this case.
I'm just looking at where we are now.
I think next week might be the finale.
Yeah,
Possibly.
possibly.
I think we're
We
pretty
will
much.
see.
not gonna be next week though.
No, not next
Well,
week.
yeah, it's not going to be next week, is
It's
it? No.
next time, but not next week.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've still got a bit left to go.
It
We'll
was-
definitely finish it.
Yeah, the next time we do this, we'll definitely be finishing it. So we're not streaming next Saturday, but we are streaming this coming Friday on Good Friday, where the Silver Voices crew will be. I mean, okay, do we want to do a Monster Camp special, or do we want to just carry on with this and finish this off?
Well, the reason I suggested the Friday is because I usually do a multiplayer stream with Weird for my birthday, and it's my birthday.
Oh.
And I figured that's why we could do it on that day, because then I could do that. But it's up to the collective, really.
Well, no. Well, if it's your birthday, then yeah. We'll
I believe the collective will say yes.
yes, Monster Camp it is.
Yes, and it would be with Weird and Scarf as well.
And
Basically, we're
then-
just redoing the Game Blast, but a short game so we can finish it.
Now, we then would normally have a session on the Saturday the 6th, but you're not here, are you, Divot?
I'm not, and I bring that up. Maybe I'm just like, fuck it, we'll do it next week.
But also, kind of neither am I, so.
Yeah.
You know what? Sod it, we'll do this next week.
Okay, we'll do this next week.
Camp can wait for the future.
We'll do this to finish it off, and then we will probably have a hiatus between cases in that case, which will be the 6th and the 13th, because it's my mother's birthday on the 13th, and we'll resume on the 20th. So that'll be, I think, fair.
Yeah, because I'm also not there on the 13th. I really fucked this up with my
No.
planning.
You're fine. It's just this month. This month's been a bit of a yeah. Be kind of yourself.
Fine.
It was weird, man.
Yeah.
Well, you say this month. It's technically next month that's going to be.
This and next month.
this
It's been weird this month because I have in-laws come in, and then next month I'm going to something which, we back in Shadow know about. So it's like, I don't want to say that just in case, but it's the whole thing, and it's just
the whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Very short notice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's it is what it is. So yeah, that we will we'll finish it this Friday, I guess, is what we're going to finish it. And I guess because it's Good Friday, we can potentially maybe even go a bit later. But I don't think we'll need to go late. I think we can actually get it done in a session, which is good.
Yeah, I think so. It depends on how much waffling we have, but I think with I'll say a usual amount, we'll be fine.
Yes. So yes, that's going to be it from me now. I want to, of course, as always, thank the cast. I can't do this show without them. Would not want to do this show without them as well. Of course, I want to spend my thanks to Burr,
You are all amazing.
to Divot,
I will see you next week.
Drifting.
On Friday.
I am going to haunt the person who shot me in the stomach.
To Kay.
Great stream, gang. I need a nap.
Fair.
To Laura Petal.
This got amazing. Let's do it next week.
To Lemming Wright.
I found it.
To Mystropolis.
And so we rest Mysteropolis' both characters, Dear Dirk and Dear Lackey.
Both probably murdered. Well, one murdered, one
we
executed.
don't know.
And of course, Shadow Phoenix Rider.
Take care of yourselves.
With that,
Definitely.
good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.